Winter season is officially here, and that means it's time for some more like practice-oriented videos from me. Because I like to focus on form and stuff here in the winter, especially on the backhand, because I want to be actually good. So we're doing it again this year. And I've analyzed my form a little bit, or I guess I do it kind of always when editing my videos and stuff, but there are a few things in my backhand form that I am 100% sure are a problem and that are causing my lack of distance as well as my inaccuracy, because that's seriously a problem. And the thing that we're going to focus on today is over rotation, because I believe that that's kind of the root to everything and the reason why I can't fix the other things. So for this video, I'm going to start with a little bit of theory and talk about why I believe this is a problem and what the problem is and the fix to it. And then we're going to do probably like 10 throws out here in the field, and then we're gonna go and play a round of disc golf. So if you're not too interested in the theory, feel free to skip to this timestamp right here and it'll get you straight into the gameplay. Just know that you might miss out on some golden observations I've made that could be relevant for you as well. Up to you. By the way, yes, I'm a little bit sick again, that's why I have a little bit of a rusty voice, but I'm gonna try and talk. Maybe I'll talk a little bit less when we get out on the course. But now to the problem. I believe that one of the most important positions in the backhand throw is the release point. Makes sense because that's your final impact on the throw, And I've noticed that my release point tends to be a lot like this, with a little bit of a bent arm and not really my hand out in front. I let go of my disc before my hand even goes, which makes it seem like I throw really hard and move really fast, but the disc doesn't really go really far, and I never really get the pivot out of my hand. Whereas for the pros that have good form and actually throw far, they seem to be more of a stretched arm when they release the disc. Maybe not fully stretched, but close to it. As well as they will have their arm out in front of them a little bit. Or at least have it like detached from their left shoulder, as Josh from Overthrow so nicely puts it usually. And I've been trying to work on that a little bit. Just generally trying to stretch my arm and get it out there and then holding onto the disc. But the problem is every time I actually do it, I grip lock it way to the right. And I think that's because when I throw, I over rotate, so I get into a position where the only way that I can actually throw the disc straight is if I release it all the way in here. I don't give myself the opportunity to actually get the last whip out and actually, accelerate the disc with the most important part of my arm. So the solution to this, if I am correct, is to get the rotation in, because people always talk about the rotation in the shoulders and everything. It's really important. You get the rotation in from here to here, and then momentarily you want to stop your momentum on the upper body, or at least the rotation on the upper body, so that the arm can get out in front. And then once you've released the disc, you can make your follow through. And I think the best way for me to actually implement that and trick my brain into doing it is by making sure that I don't see my actual throw before I've released the disc. So I'm trying to keep my head back a little bit until I've actually released it, and then I can follow through and look at it. That's the idea. Hopefully it's gonna work. Let's do 10 shots out here, try and practice it a little bit, see if we can get some distance and get it to fly straight. And then we'll get to the course. Now, I'm not gonna be too worried about where the disc is going for now. I just gotta get the right feel, get that feel of actually getting my arm out in front of me. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Those first 20 throws in the winter when it's really cold just hurts the hand like crazy. You know the feeling. You know what I'm talking about. Unless you live in Arizona. So I'm aiming right at that right little tree you can see out there. Wow, that's a grip lock. Okay, so that's actually interesting because my focus on that one was to get my hand out in front, but I kind of forgot to stop my shoulders. So that's what happens when I over rotate and get my hand out in front. Then it obviously goes to the right and grip locks like crazy. So that's what I was talking about. Now let's focus on stopping the rotation and then going. It's better, but a little bit of still getting it behind me or a little bit. See, I am grip locking a lot of the shots because I'm aiming at that right pole out there, And obviously, even though it feels a little bit better than usual for me, when I look at the camera, usually it's about the same as it always is, because, it takes quite a bit of time to change habits like this. But we're gonna try, and we're just gonna focus on it for the entire day, see if it gets more natural to me. Does feel a little bit more powerful, but still grip locking him a little bit. Okay, kind of like that one. I'm gonna do 2 more, and then we're gonna go out and throw on the course. Try to put one on Anheuser here, actually. Or flat, I guess. It's supposed to be Anheuser. Okay. It's not easy to fix necessarily, but I still think it works if we get into you know, the muscle memory and stuff. So now we're just gonna go play a round of disc golf with this one focus point. Don't care about angles and stuff. Just care about release point and not over rotating. I don't know if we're gonna play an entire round. Don't have all the time in the world, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna start out with, wait, can you guys see anything for that thing? Okay, now. I'm gonna start out with an escape here on hole 1. I'm gonna try to probably throw a lot of understable stuff today, because usually when I work on form, I tend to throw everything on a little bit more hyzer, because I'm not focusing on the angles, you know. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do one more here on the first one. Kind of like the feel of it, but still grip locked a little bit to the right. Let's try and put it out a little bit more left here. Oh yeah. That's a little bit left, that's fine. See what we can do here. There's a little gap. I'm gonna go for the small gap instead of the big safe one. Just there should change, you know. Chance we can make it in there. That was a really good bid. That was right beside the basket. All right, hole 2 actually have a gap to hit here, so that's a good test for not grip locking it. Get the hand out in front. Oh, that's nice. That is so nice. Awesome. Really felt like I did what I tried to do there. I guess this is a lot of like a feel thing when I go out and practice like this. Might be hard for you guys to really see the difference between a good and a bad shot when it comes to like that release point and stuff, unless you slow it down. You can slow it down and look, but it feels a lot different from time to time for me, and that's kind of what we're going for. And then by time, we should be able to see results as well. Now I have gotten back to the putting practice ground in the basement lately, and it's been really awesome. Definitely feel like something has clicked. Hopefully that shows here on this putt. Well, don't worry about what I just said. But no, seriously. I've been, like you've probably seen, I've been a little bit down on myself in my content lately. Simply because I am so bad, it's barely even fun to play, and it's hard to make good engaging content. So therefore, I need to practice more. You know, I took that 2-month break because I was sick. And ever since, I've been really bad and kind of defaulted back to some of the old bad habits. So I'm gonna try to fix that over the off season here. Didn't quite hold on to that one. That felt right. Sure, it's on a little bit too much hyzer and stuff like that, so it doesn't get up there. But it felt powerful for not much effort, which is, you know, important. That's usually a good indication. I don't have the pop. It's hard to move fast with the cold hands. Obviously, score is not gonna matter in this video, so I'll just do this one from the yellow tee because I can't really reach it with my backhand on the white one, or at least it doesn't make sense. But this one is like a high Anheuser shot, which is one of the cases where the release point is the most important, because if I get this wrong and like pull it a little bit down here, it's gonna not be on the right angle and it's gonna be grip locked, so it's gonna go into the tree. So I gotta get it out before rotating here so I can actually hit that area up in the sky up there that I'm aiming for. I hit my aiming point, but I didn't really get it on Anheuser, and there's a tailwind, so that's hard to get. But let's do one more. That was nice. I got the release point right. Well, got the most importantly, right? I hit the right point, but not on the right angle. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. Okay, let's try something fun here. So I'm gonna pose in the position that I'm trying to get into here as my release point, which would be right here, with my upper body pointing 90 degrees in that direction from my target, and then my arm out a little bit in front of this, like 120 degrees, and almost stretched out. This is gonna be my release point. I'm gonna try to hit that specifically, and I'm gonna freeze frame it on the release point when I throw, and you guys are gonna see. I would love to get some instant feedback, but I can't really, so, you know, I'm gonna see this when I come home. Let's try it. See how close I am. It felt like I got it, but I think I might have turned my upper body a little bit too far forward anyways. Let's try again. This is a fun challenge. I did stop my upper body there, I feel, but I think I got my arm a little bit too far out before releasing the disc. So it might not have been stretched fully. One more time. I am getting out here, but I'm releasing it a little bit too far right. I'm not getting my arm out, I think. But I do think I stopped my upper body rotation, and that is what this video is mainly about. The other things should be a follow of that thing. Does that make sense? I don't know. The Christmas holidays are right around the corner, so I'm here to tell you about the perfect gift for your disc golf buddies. It's of course the birdie cards, and if you don't know how it works, basically if you get a birdie on a specific hole, let's say hole 9 here in Mumhøj, you click out that bird and you can see that you've gotten it. And then the goal could be to get all of them throughout the year. 2024 this one is for, so you can see that I have a little bit of work to do here in December. Now Birdie Cards agreed to make a special offer for you guys for Christmas, so on top of the 10% that you usually get with my code, you also get free shipping if you get at least 3 of these cards. That way you can get one for your entire friend group and make a little bit of a competition of who gets all of them first, or just get one for each of their favorite courses. This is the best time ever for you guys to get a birdie card, so go to birdiecards.shop and use code JISUFAN, or just use my link in the description. And this is the best way to support my channel, so thank you very much. Let's get back to the video. Alright, I skipped to hole 7, which is obviously the ultimate test of can you avoid grip locks. Gotta make it go straight here. We're gonna try that same thing again, because I think it's a good challenge. Which position would we want to get in when we release disc? Like, maybe my upper body a little bit up, like this. I think this would be a good position. What do you think? I don't know if it was close. That felt weird. I'm gonna try another time or two. It feels right while I'm early releasing them. It's a good thing. That means we've overcorrected. Let me do the same thing, but just make my run up a little bit more right. Because I actually want to get my release point more out left compared to my run up. So I don't want to fix that. I want to keep that and kind of overdo it a little bit, and then naturally it'll get to the correct position. Still early releasing it. That's impressive. Gotta keep doing it until I actually hit the gap. And just keep making my run up more and more in this direction to see how far out in front of me I can get my release point. Okay, finally actually got it to go to the right. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing what I'm feeling. But we're up to fairway drivers now. Trying to hold on to it a little bit here. Skip in. No. But we hit the gap. Okay, we're gonna do hole 8 here from the short tee as well. That's because usually on this hole, I go for the eagle and I'll aim left of that little tree right in the middle of the fairway and try to flex it into the gap so I can actually, you know, get it to fly a little bit down the gap and not just to the gap. But I always grip lock it to the right of the tree and have it flip up a little bit, go into the gap and skip a little bit left. And never gets the eagle chance. But today, with my newly acquired skill of not grip locking and not over rotating, I'll make sure to actually go left and get it to, you know, flex down there. We want to go left of this tree in the middle. Hey, we did it. We actually went left of it. A lot of wobble on that release for some reason, but got the release point right. Okay, now this one, in order to hit the gap, we need to get like a high release, slight anhyzer. And for some reason, historically, this is the time or the angle that I'm best at hitting the gap. So maybe this will be easy for me, but good challenge again. Kind of a small gap here when you're going backhand. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Just go in. Oh, a little short, but that was nice. Just repeat that like multiple times. One more. Well, a little bit left, but pretty close. And it was in the gap. How am I so good now? I think there's some truth to this video. If I can do it with the Berg, my life is complete. Because this is the hardest thing in the world for me for some reason. Alright, I'm done. I've completed disc golf. I hit a gap with a Berg. Alright, who wants my challenge? Because I'm done. I'm done here. I just realized you haven't heard the sound of the chains for a while, so here's a couple of putts for you. I mean, it is the sound of the chains, although it's not quite what we're going for. Double up. Okay, I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This video was a little bit scrambled up and a lot of unstructured thoughts, but that's how it is when I practice. And I think the theme kind of stayed consistent at least. So definitely let me know in the comments if you could use this for anything, and if you have anything else that I should make a video on, form related. And other than that, just have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week. Yeah, go out and practice a little bit maybe. That'll be cool.